Hello there, it's Coach Craig Kenneth.
And it's Coach Victoria.
And this is the Coach Craig Kenneth Show, which is a caller-driven show where we have you guys calling up, sharing anything that you're interested in sharing with us.
Right? It could be about mental health. It could be about friends, family, co-hosts. We have to make that joke now. It's just obligatory.
Oh man, we're never gonna stop, is it? Yeah, we love to have you guys on talking about different things. We are two therapists, and while this is not therapy, we have a therapeutic approach, and we like to share what we know to help you guys because we know it can be really confusing navigating life.
And we hope that we're entertaining enough for you to tune in and stick with us.
If we keep doing that joke, they may not. You know, before the show, I had mentioned on Instagram that we were filming today, and I got a really cute little message, and it was an audio note, and from somebody who's been watching the channel for years. And so I said to Victoria, who hasn't heard the note, I said, let's play this note. And I'm going to play it for you guys because they said that I could. I asked for permission.
Hello, Coach Craig. Okay, I promise I'm not going to ramble, but I just left my appointment to go see my new psychiatrist. And I just wanted to say I was thinking about you the whole time because I wish it was you. I wish you were my psychotherapist. Because that's what this guy said. He's like, I'm a psychotherapist. And then I thought about you. And then also I'm leaving and I'm passing an Applebee's. I don't know why, like it pulled on my heart, and I just wanted to say hi to you. And I'm so sorry for rambling.
I just thought it was really sweet to share with us.
The Applebee's just sealed.
Yeah, how dare she think of Applebee's?
I'm sure a lot of people do.
I've done more.
People mention the Applebee's to me.
I have done more for Applebee's than Applebee's has done for me. That's for sure. But that was cool. That was cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was very cool.
I wish we had a little section on the website where we could have people submit little things like that to us and share with them on the show. I don't know if we could ever figure out something like that. I think it'd be kind of cool. You know, I thought it'd be like, oh, it'd be cool if we could have like a confessions thing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, where somebody could share like a confession audio. Nothing that's going to get us into legal problems, okay? But don't you think that'd be cool?
It's opening a can of worms there, Craig.
What do you guys think? Let us know. Leave a
people are going to be leaving their confessions under this video. One time when I was 5, I put a goldfish in a place where it doesn't belong.
Wow, my goodness. That's quite a story.
Should all be mild compared to what we would get.
Yeah, we might be getting PETA letters if we share something like that.
Goldfish the cracker, not an actual goldfish.
I thought you meant the actual goldfish.
No, that would be horrific.
Well, did you see my face? But we have got a caller today that is going to be talking about his struggles with feeling stuck in a way because he still misses the love of his life. And it is so tough to go through a breakup. We really can think about somebody for years after a breakup. It really happens all the time.
People leave a lasting impression on us. You know, when we allow ourselves to be vulnerable in a romantic way to somebody else, that's very deep.
Yep. So we have David on the line. David, can you hear us?
Hey, I can hear you.
Nice to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm a big fan.
And you've been watching the channel for a while, huh?
Yeah, 2020, and you have been with me from miles and miles when I was running and doing exercise for very dark times.
I understand. You mean you were out there running late at night, listening to our podcast and watching us on YouTube?
Exactly.
Yeah.
For those of you listening while you're running, keep going. Do the extra mile.
Yeah, and for those of you.
No, I mean, I was exercising.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Yeah, I was exercising a lot and trying to follow your advice. You know, to do exercising and keep busy and doing stuff and try to thrive and be successful.
Absolutely. It's so tough, man. Tell us a little bit about your story and your situation.
All right. Well, I met this girl in 2013,
Okay.
We went in a relationship for 8 years. I think that's a long time.
Yeah.
I really imprinted that with her.
Mhm.
The first 4 years, I wasn't really convinced. I have a lot of things going on in my life. I have another person that was pursuing me. She was older than me, or 16 years older than me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was in a tough spot. So I was, I I didn't know what to do with all the problems that I had in that time. I couldn't give enough attention to this girl, but she kept persisting. So the first 4 years I was avoidant, and the last 4 years when I settled everything that I have going on in my life, I was stable and everything under control. I started to give her her place, you know, and started slowly but surely becoming anxious myself. I
Okay.
didn't realize.
Let me pause you right there. So it sounds to me like, let's call your ex Amy. How's that?
Yeah, all right.
Okay. So you were with Amy for 4 years. Amy really was coming on strong, but you also had another girl, another woman, and we'll call her
Mhm.
Becky. Okay.
Yeah, actually, yes.
So Becky, Becky's a good name. You like that?
Yes, it is.
His face lit
Very
up, right?
close.
That's not her real name, is
It's
it?
not the same address. It's
Is it?
not your name. It's very close.
Okay.
Come again?
I'm telling you, this is the kind of stuff that happens to me when I do like comedy. Like, how many times have you seen it where like I just say something and
And
it's
they're like,
like,
yeah,
yeah, that
Yeah.
happens a lot.
I'd really said
That happens a lot to me when I'm doing crowd work with people. But
All
his
right.
whole face lit up. You guys can't see him, but we have him in the corner here, so we can see him. And he just like when we said Becky.
Actually,
Okay, so Becky was also pursuing you. The old Becky was
yes.
16 years older.
Mhm.
So
16,
you
16 years older than me. I was 26 at the time.
got it.
Yeah, that's
So
important
yeah,
clarification.
okay. So I did I say 16 years old? I thought I said
You
older.
did, you did.
Okay.
The came a little bit
Or it was a
later.
little silent.
Like, oh.
Hold on, everybody.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah, not 42.
Becky was 16 years older than him. And
Yes.
so you weren't so sure about Amy. So it kept you more avoidant with Amy. You're just kind of like, yeah, I'm fine, I'm good. But then once you removed Becky from the situation, you were no longer avoidant. You became anxious because, like, you didn't have the safety net, or you weren't as attached to
Yeah.
your attachment to Amy grew because Becky was now gone. So
Mhm.
now the whole dynamic shifts.
Yes, it is.
And that makes a lot of sense to me,
Mhm.
which is like when you think about it, like we always talk about no contact because you don't want to be reaching out to your ex when they're dating somebody new,
Yeah.
right? Kind of there's when we know we have people in the background that want us, it changes how we feel.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us a
How we
bit
act.
more.
Well, it's there's a lot of detail onto this, but I gonna try to stay short on this.
Yeah.
Well, the last 4 years, we come through with some difficulties. She was sometimes short with me. I mean, she was kind of rude. She was kind of like some actions and comments that weren't very nice. And I tried to brush it off, but it kept going and escalating. And we finally get together to live in the same house. We had plans to get married and have kids and everything else. But the ex, I think it's Amy, the name. Is Amy or Becky?
No,
No, it was
Becky.
Becky. Yeah,
Becky.
Becky. Um, Becky interfered at the last time they get together when she came to live with me. They sometimes meet I didn't know, but they meet and they talk a lot, some lies and some, I don't know, slander.
What?
And that, I
Hold
mean,
on, hold
they,
on,
yeah,
hold on. You're saying that, okay, you had ended things with Becky, right? And you had moved on and you were focused on being with Amy exclusively. Now,
yeah.
how long was Becky out of the picture before she started reaching out to Amy?
I think the last time we talked was in 2015.
But how many years later was that after you moved on from Becky?
I mean, I end up things for definitely with Becky on 2015 and move on with Amy until 2020.
So when did Becky come back and start telling Amy things about you? That's what I'm
Yeah,
wondering.
20,
So
2020.
5 years, well, are you
Wow.
saying 5 years later?
Yeah,
Wow.
5 years later, Becky comes back and interferes in your relationship?
that's exactly
Let me
what
ask,
happened.
was Amy under the impression that the two of you had been exclusive? Was there any infidelity happening with Becky and Amy?
Not really, because we didn't have a real relationship. I mean, with Becky.
But did Amy
We
think
have
you had a real relationship?
no, because I tried to keep her out of that. I once told her that I was working with Becky, and since then she got suspicious that there we had something. But I finished it in 2015,
Wait a minute.
and
So
I
she
finished
got
everything.
suspicious, but was there something happening with Becky?
No, no.
Okay. Not until, so was
But
she suspicious before or after there was something with Becky?
I think Becky got really salty. That's the word. A better word that I
so
can use. She was salty, and she
be-
was spying on us for many years until she found out that Amy came to live with me, and then probably they contact each other and they went to talk.
wow.
Uh,
So Becky reached out to Amy and says, "What? I want to talk to you about David."
I think so. It can be Becky contacted Amy or Amy contacted Becky. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Okay, so what happened?
Some of those two. Well, they talk. Amy didn't never told me until the end. She was kind of like mad with me, but she didn't tell what it was. She was very short. She was rude. She was like trying to punish me, but I didn't know why. So eventually we broke up, and
Wait, so she
she.
just attacked you one day? Amy just starts trying to punch you and you have no
No,
idea
no,
why?
punish.
Oh,
Well, no.
it said punched.
Well, I have to be honest. The when we start living together, Amy was short, was rude, was temperamental with me, and months later, actually she hit me.
Wow.
Now,
Actually, she hit me one
was this before Becky came into the picture again, or
After.
after.
oh,
But
so
I didn't know. But I didn't know. I didn't know.
oh wow. So maybe Becky made up some lies about you that upset Amy. So instead of telling you what happened, she was
Yeah,
keeping it inside, but so angry she was just lashing out.
Did Amy ever know about Becky? Because it
exactly.
sounded like Amy was suspicious, but it sounds like her suspicions were true if you and Becky did have any kind of relationship, even if it was casual.
She was suspicious, but I she kept asking me for years and years that if I had an intimate relationship with Amy. No, yeah, no, with Becky, and I keep telling her no, no, I never had. I
Even
never
though
had.
you did.
No, I didn't have. I didn't have
No,
a
he
physical
didn't.
Oh,
relationship.
I see, I see.
Becky liked him and he liked the attention, but he was never with Becky. Is
Got
that
it.
right?
Yes, exactly.
Got it. Okay. That's where the misunderstanding was coming
Okay,
in. Got
yeah. Yeah, so but Becky was hurt because she was rejected after pursuing him for so
it.
long. And then she somehow, it sounds like she probably reached out to Amy and said all this stuff to Amy. Instead of Amy coming clean, she just starts attacking him.
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not innocent at all in this all this mess, but I think that we could save the relationship if Amy will have take the time to sit down with me and tell me, you know, David, I talked with Becky and she said this and this. What is true and what is not, and I will come clean with it because I we were in a stage in our relationship where I really love her, and I wanted to. I never loved someone before like that, and I really wanted to have to marry that girl and have kids with her, and she knew that. But I think that I don't know. I never knew why she hasn't the courage to talk with me, and
But
I don't know.
it sounds like maybe you didn't do anything with Becky, but it sounds like maybe there was some leading her on or leading her to believe there was more to it. And that's why
Yeah,
she wanted revenge.
I don't I cannot say that I'm innocent. You're right. You actually hit it in the nail. I was leading Becky on. I liked the attention of her. She helped me with some things about my college. You know, I'm an architect, so I finished college because uh, many credits I give her, but I it wouldn't work. She was 16 years older than me. I was 26, 28. She was 40, 45. It it couldn't go any serious place, that relationship. So I decided to cut it loose and give the place of my heart to Amy. And I think that my past reached me eventually.
You mean you mean it came back to haunt you, like what
Yes.
you did with Becky
Yeah.
came out? You know, I hear similar things to this a lot, where somebody's very into you and you're not so into them for a lot of it, so you're maybe more casual or not as interested. Then something happens, whatever it might be, and they lose interest, and now you realize, oh my gosh, what have I done? This is the person that I wanted to be with. So I
Yeah.
see that happen a lot. Only when the person is gone do we often realize how much they meant to us.
Yeah.
It
Totally.
sounds like that's kind of what happened.
Yeah. Actually, it is what I feel right now. You know, I told you before. I spent 5 years since that, since we broke up, and I still think about it. I think that I have many unfinished business in my heart about her, and I tried to survive the breakup. It was very dark times, and I followed your advice in your channel, but I think that the pain never goes away.
Well, in some ways, we kind of always think about it or maybe miss that person, especially if we haven't truly moved on, right? Like if you really find somebody that you're crazy about and you're focused on that present and the future you have with that person, it's a lot easier. But when you still haven't really found that person that you're crazy about, then yeah, it can kind of make you think about the past a lot. So what happened with the breakup? Did Amy end things with you?
No, she started to cheat on me with a guy at work.
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it was well, we broke up in 20 and January 2021. We have a lot of trouble in 2020. The first time we broke up in 2020 was in May. So I think that they talked, I mean Becky and Amy talked around January 2020 or February,
Okay, so
something like
like
that.
roughly like 4 months or so of
Yeah.
Amy keeping it inside.
Yeah, something like that. If not earlier, if not earlier.
Mm.
Now, did Amy ever tell you, I talked with Becky and I know you were flirting with her, or I know you were leading her on?
She told me after we broke up. She told me that they talked with each other, and Becky was um, ventilating a lot of truth mixed up with lies. That's the worst kind of lies.
Mm.
So she told me that many things that aren't really true. She told me all of that in August. So I don't know. I don't know how to respond that.
That's okay.
All right.
So, but she told you at the time of the breakup or after, she said it right after the breakup?
It was really funny because she broke up with me in May. Um, she gave me the keys of our apartment. She gave me the keys. She left. She told me she was going to live with another guy, and
Was it the coworker
they
that you had been cheating on you
yeah,
with?
the coworker, yes, the
Oh, and that's
coworker.
the moment that you found out.
Yeah, she told me, and they last 3 months. They only last 3 months. He broke up with her, and then she reached out me in August. Uh, she told me that I asked me if I hack her computer because all the WhatsApp conversations like get leaked in her office. And I have no idea what she was talking about. And of course, I say
Oh,
no.
wait a minute. Hold on now.
Leaked is
Hold on.
a
So,
loaded word.
so she was having whatever conversation she was having with this new guy somehow got leaked at the office.
Yeah.
Now, was this
No,
guy,
no, no. This is just the tip of the iceberg.
wait a minute, was this guy somehow like from the office?
Was he her
Yes.
superior or
Yes.
something like that?
No, she was about to get promoted, and we realized that this guy was married, and this guy we realized that this guy didn't want her to be his superior, and he hacked her cell phone and, and downloaded all the conversations of WhatsApp and leaked it into the
Sabotage.
office to have him fired. Uh,
Wow.
Now, when you say this guy, are you talking about the one she was having an affair with or a different guy?
No, that guy.
no, the same guy.
So he had an affair with her just to leak the conversation so she couldn't be his boss.
Yes, and he was married.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what happens next? After those 3 months, they fell apart. And now or at that point, then she was reaching out to you again?
Yes, actually, yes.
Wow. And what
Yeah.
happened?
Which is what we say all the time. They come back, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I was dying. I was totally dying. But she called me several times. The first time she called me, obviously I have her number. I didn't answer the number because I was destroyed, but destroyed beyond that. So she called me on my cell phone. I know it was she. I never answered the phone, and 1 month later, or something like that, a couple of weeks later, she called me from a different cell phone, a new number, and I answer it and I say hello. Yeah, this is Amy. And I just hang up. And the
Wow.
next day she called me again, and I answered the phone. I know it was the same number. I answer and I say, "What do you want? What's happening? Why do you keep calling me after all that happened?" And she trying to, try to act victim and she told me that her cell phone was hacked and she was fired, and she suspect that I was involved in that,
Mm.
but because the other guy told her that I talked with him, saying that she was a bad woman. I'm not gonna use bad language, but that's what he said to her, and she thinks I was the one hacking the cell phone. I have no idea what she was talking about, but I talked to her. I told her that I didn't have anything to do with that, and we start talking, about us and what happened. She told me that she has BDP, borderline borderline personality disorder, BPD. I'm sorry,
Okay.
BPD, and I don't know. I'm not sure if she was telling me the truth. I don't know if she was. I don't know what's true and what is not, because all that story that she told me about the hacking and the BPD, uh, everything sounds really messy. I don't know. I don't know what to make about it. Uh, Eventually, in September, we agreed to give another chance. Some will say that there was a mistake.
Mm.
Is
I don't
that
know. I
September
don't
of
know what to
what?
think about it.
September of what?
Yeah,
2022?
September 2020, 2020. Yeah, no, 2020. A month later. Yeah. And yeah, well, we tried again, but she was really infatuated with me. She told me that she wanted to get married, she wanted to get kids, and I thought that it was really early on all the troubles that we just recently had. I was kind of like uneasy on this.
Mhm.
At first, I just wanted to get an apology from her. I apologize to her a lot for what I did, all my shortcomings. But
Mhm.
from 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 their side, uh, he, her side, she never really apologized with me, and I was expecting that. I was waiting for that. It never came, and
Mhm.
sooner after October, she we saw each other again. I visit her house. I visit her family. After that, everything went well, but after that, she started to act again, rude and short, and that dragged on until January 2021, and she finally broke up with me. That's
She
the
broke
truth.
up with you.
Yeah, for a second time.
What was the reason then? Did she tell you what was going on with her?
Okay, let me. No, I can't recall a reason. We have a lot of discussions and arguing about how she treated me. I wasn't happy on many details and many ways that she treated me. For example, I talked with her about a new job that I got, or I was going to get. I was struggling at that time, and she told when I was trying to make conversation with her about it, she told me that make it quick because I want to get to sleep, something like that.
Yeah, it feels kind of
Come on,
dismissive.
Mhm.
yeah, totally, totally. Or I have something to say that I don't like what the way she's talking to me, and I trying to talk about that, and she told me that this is the reason that you call me. I'm like,
Mhm.
So
okay, come on.
she's being kind of cold and
Right.
Yeah,
cruel.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so that, but it was kind of mixed, because sometimes she acted like that, and sometimes she told me from their from her own mouth that she loved me. She loved me a lot. I was the man that she was. I was the man that she loved more in all her life. Uh, Sweet things like that. So it was kind of mixed messaging on there. And all the years that we had together, I was hoping that, in 8 years, we came through a lot of trouble, a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, worse times, but, well, not worse, but, uh, you know, I was hoping that we came through that, but it didn't. She
So,
eventually broke up with me in January.
so after the breakup, you left her alone, right? You went no contact,
Yeah, 5 years.
and you've been in no contact for 5 years,
Yes,
but you really still think about her a lot.
every single day, almost all day. It's like having the background of my mind. I'm doing many good stuff. I do amazing stuff. I told you, I finished this month. I finished my master's degree.
Wow, congratulations.
Uh, Thank you. Actually, this month is my birthday too.
Well, happy
Uh,
birthday.
yeah, thank you. So
Wish him a Merry Christmas too. Let's just get everything out of the way. Happy
yeah,
Hanukkah,
yeah. Happy Halloween.
happy Valentine's Day,
Yeah, too.
happy birthday for
So,
next year, since we didn't
hey,
get you.
I'm gonna do my doctorate, my PhD. That's something I'm really proud of because I'm gonna be the second one of my family that have a PhD. So yeah, that's a milestone for me. So yeah, I'm doing good, but at the same time, almost all day, all uh, I'm thinking about her. I'm missing her. I'm trying I'm in grief. I try to convince myself to be angry with her. I thought that hatred will make eventually my pain replace my pain, but it really never goes away. So I just miss her every single day, and I have been in another relationships in these 5 years. I have a relationship of 2 years and a half. It was a great person, a great girl. Really, she treated me really well, but she was a single mom. I give it a try, but I couldn't be at peace with well, it's personally, but I couldn't be at peace with the idea of being a stepfather. So it didn't really work out. We agree each other. We agree. It was a mutual agreement that the relationship is not. It wasn't going to work. So we broke up amicably. So yes, I even have good relationship after that.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't miss the next ex-girlfriend. I just miss her, the Amy. I miss that person that I was with 8 years, and not because I have been with her 8 years. It's just because she had, we had something, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
sounds like I mean, it is hard to move past a relationship that's nearly a decade. That you had used the word imprint earlier, that you had imprinted
Yeah,
each other, and that can be extremely hard to move on from. It also seems like there was an intensity there in that relationship that almost made it a bit addictive. There was, especially towards the end there in those last couple of years, just that bit of uncertainty. What's going to happen? Are we together? Is there going to be another guy? There was so many different types of issues, and they were all emotionally intense. And in the
yeah.
end, it sounded like you felt almost discarded by this person. And so, just thinking about the impact on your psyche, that's something that could have a real lasting effect on you.
Yeah.
yeah, I think this was very traumatic
Hmm.
and it's overwhelmed you. And it's really, I think, going to be helpful for you to get a trauma therapist that maybe understands borderline personality disorder and maybe personality disorders and trauma, somebody that specializes in it. You have to process it the best that you can. You know, write it out. Think about, in a lot of our videos, we talk about specific questions where you want to think about and write out those questions. Obviously you could look for the creative healing course or the workbooks. You got to process it because it's like you're stuck. And the more you talk about it, write it out, find activities it will help you get through it.
And I would even encourage you, I know we don't have time to dive into your childhood and things like that today. This isn't a therapy session, but that is something that I would encourage you to do with a therapist, because I would be willing to bet that there's probably some parallels between your upbringing and the intensity or the unpredictability or the anxiety of this relationship that might be familiar. So when we meet somebody that feels like home, that we just feel like is our person and almost mirrors us to ourselves, that can be so hard to grow out of and break free from. So I could see that now you're in a point in your life where you can say, okay, this has happened years ago. You've been able to open your heart up to other people since then. But there is that part of you that wants something a little bit different, but is hard to fully let go.
Yeah, I know. But it's funny because at the first years, I don't know if I want to be with her or not. Perhaps on a deep level, I want her. I knew her. I knew that I want to be with her. But on a conscious level, I wasn't convinced. I was more into my own troubles, trying to fix all the the fires and but eventually the time sink in and I become attached with her, really attached with her, or at least I recognized that I was attached and I surrender myself to being in love. Because I remember that at some point I knew that I wasn't sure, but I knew one day I just told myself, uh, you know you have to surrender yourself to this feeling. And I did, and I was really happy with it. So eventually, I decided I decided that I want to surrender myself to that feeling of feeling in love.
Yep.
But anyway, I think that that's a thing of the past. I'm trying to move on, so I'm not sure if you can qualify it as a success story or not. I'm doing okay. I cannot lie to you. I still expecting someday to hear about her. I don't know what you think, but I'm telling you that now that I'm thriving, actually talking with you, talking with you too, since like 2020. I mean, seeing your videos from 2020 and all these years. Now I'm talking with you. I'm really happy. There's a lot of things going on in my life. So I don't know if she's gonna come back or not. But if she comes back, she's gonna she's gonna see someone that hasn't surrendered to you know losing to life.
Well, and you've done a lot of great things. You've made a lot of progress. You've bettered yourself. You've stayed focused on personal growth.
Yeah.
And those are all great things. And it's hard when you're so stuck on somebody and you're thinking about them all the time.
Yeah.
We need to see that she's going to act like an adult. You need to see that she's worked through some of her issues, because it sounds like a lot of chaos happened with her. And all the things that happened with the drama, and then she cheated on you and with somebody at the office, and then she get fired?
Mhm.
She got fired. So you want to see that she's going to take ownership to all that stuff, that she's going to be accountable with you and say, you know, I did all these things and I
Mhm.
apologize for that. And that she's showing up in a different way before you consider repairing this, even if she does reach out.
And I'll say it sounds like there's a little bit of that sunken cost or like the gambler's fallacy here of I've invested so much, we've been through so much together that you almost want to see it through. You know, everybody sticks through the Disney movie, through all the conflict and the war and the adventure to get to the happy ending, right? So it's almost like you're waiting for that to happen. When is the story going to end with a nice pretty little bow tie? And at a certain point, you know, you might have to decide for yourself, I'm going to detach myself from that outcome in order for me to live the life that I want and to open myself up to the love that I want. You know, it seems like there's something still keeping you there with the intensity. You've been able to, you know, still take care of yourself, and that's huge. You know, for anybody
Yeah.
going through a breakup, you know, being able to feel like yourself again is number one. So I agree that you have done a lot in terms of progress. I think the next step is digging a little bit deeper and finally making that step to let go. Not easy.
And not only that, what you mentioned earlier about figuring out the correlation with your caregivers,
Mhm.
because I think there's something going on there. And that's part of the reason you're so stuck, is because your unconscious has you tied with the caregivers, her with your caregivers. That's challenging. That's why we talk about the unconscious and the creative
Mhm.
healing course, and how there's a correlation there, because that's part of the stuff that keeps us stuck.
Mhm.
But we do appreciate you calling up and chatting with us and sharing your story.
Yeah, and I'll say that people can have
Um,
a huge impact on us. You know, we we work in the industry of exes and breakups, you know,
Yeah.
so we're constantly talking about our own breakups and thinking about them. But I think there's a difference between being able to recall these events, you know, think back on your life versus still having that attachment and hope that it will work out one day. And so, you know, as you process this, I'm hoping that you're able to get to that point where, yeah, maybe she'll still pop up in your thoughts. We're not saying that you're going to eradicate her from your memory, like in that one movie with Jim Carrey, Eternal Sunshine,
Yeah.
right? But
yeah,
that
you
you
know,
think about her and will see her will be much different. It will be from a completely different perspective and a much more secure place, from a much more secure place.
yeah.
So, thank you for calling. And of course, for those of you that are listening that would like to be on the show, just go to the website, go to CK show, part of askcraig.net, and fill out the little form. And, you could request to be on with us. Of course, if you want to get coaching with us, we also do that on the website.
Right. Thank you so much for joining.